Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Slipways, where today we try to avoid falling into the cracks. And also the fractures. Seems like either one of those things would be really bad. As we inch closer to the former forebear homeworlds, strange space-time rifts hinder our progress. So, this sector is home to strange rifts in space-time, their origin is unknown, and your primary goal is to study these rifts and figure out their nature. We have 25 years to collect at least 100 pages of research, I guess. But I don't want to say research, because obviously, yeah. So there are rifts. They are major disturbances in space-time. They block connections and affect nearby planets. Affecting nearby planets. I don't know what that means. We can build rift outposts, which have to be built on the edge of a rift, manned with people, and connected to a source of science. It collects an amount of pages each year based on how much science it has access to. Only one outpost per rift. And we earn stars based on how many rifts per year, or how many pages per year our outposts are collecting, and also how quickly we get to 5 pages per year. Well, the first thing we got to check is, okay, Vittori are probably mandatory on this one because they have the bonus science thing. And science converts directly into the resource that we care about to win the mission. Also, labs produce happiness and trade income, potentially. Although this is a tier 3 technology. Yeah, that's a tough one. We might not research that. They also have solar superconductors, which of course is very good. So we are going to need some dollars management skills. And we don't really have access to any. Well, that's grim. I guess there's deep drilling. Mines, only mines on mineral planets, but still, mines produce extra income. And then we can also have explorers. And then I don't know how we stay live from there. I mean, better probes is good. Better probes combines well with explorers as well. Hybrid hatcheries probably fine. It's like more value from Forge Worlds plus explorers can maybe give us what we need to push. The ability to create Forge Worlds wherever we want is cool. That's definitely helpful. Yeah, this is rough. There's no two ways about it. This is a rough setup. But I think let's try it like this. This feels like maybe we're going to have to take a couple of swings at it, to be perfectly honest with you. All right, that's a promising start. Okay, only 3 of those were anything at all. Can I get all 4 of these signals at once? Yes. Okay, so we have, oh, does this not work? I can't reach that? Nope, it is the tiniest amount out of range that still counts as being out of range. Okay. Shit. Well, that was going to be my food triangle. As things are now, we do not have a way of settling a planet, or indeed of doing basically anything. Yep. Well, the thing we can do is just make this a food world, make that a people world, and then figure it out later. And when I say a thing we can do, I think what I mean is a thing we literally have to do. This is one of the worst setups I've ever seen. We can also make this the food world and hope for a source of robots over here and try to make these either both biomass or both water. Whatever it is we can get it from this world too. We can set up a lab in here and we can try to get our first one of those rift labs going really fast. We probably want to study this rift, right? Because there's not a lot of other planets around it that are meaningful. Okay, yeah, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to take a tremendous... we're gonna have to get really lucky. We're going to take a tremendous gamble, is the words I was trying to use. Invent a technology. I sure will. Increase total production of minerals by 5 units. I mean, we're going to need robots. So this is probably not too hard to do. Okay. No source of anything that we would benefit from over there. Okay. So we can do... This is an Earth-like biomass world, food world. I wanted to do this thing up here, but we're not going to be able to generate food for this world if we don't... Yeah. Actually, hold on, I'm wrong. This can be a food world using robots from that world. Yeah, that totally works. That totally works. Okay. We're actually fine. Okay, and we can still set up real fancy up here. Cool. I probably don't want to do that right this second. But also... Maybe I totally do want to do that right this second. So what? This is a water world. We can send water down to here as well so that we get a little bit of extra trade. We make a water lab somewhere around here. It feeds in from as many of these places as it can. But paying the upkeep on a lab, right? We got to be careful. I do have to get some science going. Like, it's pretty fucking important. I should actually look at our thresholds here. So this stuff's all normal. Try to get to 16 pages per year. Really depends on what the bulb to page conversion is. And in order to 5-star this, we have to get to 5 pages in 3658. Again, it depends on what the actual conversion is. That seems like it might be hard. And of course, this doesn't even fucking say. Of course. Terrible. What is the cost to run a lab? It's 5 per year. It's pretty harsh. Undo. Can I put this lab down in a position, where it could potentially be fed by 4 planets, all of which can produce water? Pretty exciting. So actually... Though, I really don't have the population necessary to run any of these worlds right now. Because I need to send people to the thing as well, right? Yeah. Okay, well. Is what it is. Let's start getting it figured out. So send a person. Okay. Still no information. I'm just going to connect a lot of these. This is going to be pretty ugly. I mean, I may as well make this connection, right? 1. This is not the first time the rifts appeared in this sector. Careful observation reveals traces of older space-time anomalies from eons ago. Connect an additional 2 science. So one more point of water gets us to 2. An additional 3 science from here. So a lab producing 6 and a lab producing 3 gets you to 5 pages. But actually, it doesn't have to be 2 labs. It could just be 2 outposts connected to the same lab, right? Yeah, I think so. So let me do a little bit of looking around over here. Okay, fun story. So this has to be a people world. It's not even easy for that to be true, but it does have to be the case. Because if this isn't a people world, there's no way to, we can't make this a water world. Then we have 3 worlds that need people and we'll never ever have them. Unfortunately, food is a little tricky to get. So if this is a people world, Can I put a thing? Yeah. Yeah, that totally works. Are we paying upkeep on these two? Yeah, of course we are. I'm going to be totally out of fucking money. That's a problem. All right. All right. Well, I don't really have a choice, I think. Can't draw all the roots. Let's make this the food world, because we're going to blow this up anyway. We may as well get full value. +5 is really unsustainable. Oh, right. I pushed us up in empire size. That's actually really awkward. Well, so detonate this. Generate more money. If I get this right now, it will generate an extra 30% income off of both of those things. Plus, it'll complete a task, which is kind of whatever. But it did, you know, it helped a lot with the money. Then... what I really want to do is run this and this over to here. Just get this to 6 right now. Getting that to $6 is pretty fucking significant. $6. 6 science. You know what I mean? 18. So blowing this up isn't even going to get us there. We definitely want quantum sensors. Now we can start fishing for credit positive probes, though. Yeah, like that. Then we blow this up. Then we connect this here. Awesome. Okay. Because the thing is, if we can set up the other one, we lock in 5 stars and also, like, potentially the mission. But I'm going to need more money. Oh, actually, I can't lock in the other one until we have goods. Shoot. Wow, $1, huh? Okay. Yeah, so I need a point of goods coming into this world, and there's no way for us to get it. And we can't get solar superconductors. Not that it would solve the problem here anyway. I mean, I can just call this robots to goods, and we can figure it out later. Or minerals to goods is probably a better hedge. Yeah, minerals to goods is probably right. I'm shocked at how little our probes have contributed here. Okay, that was a really good one. I do feel really good about having 6 science already. I think it's going to help us a ton. So 6 plus 11. There's no way, right? Well, with the right shielding, it seems possible to survive inside a rift for a short period of time. Anything longer than a few months causes irreversible damage to living tissue. So this finishes in 16 years, and we have 18, so we win. Yeah, we just straight up win. Well, that's fun. I'm going to hit... hit end year 18 times. Because these things will cap out. Like they're not going to get negative enough to actually break anything. Let's see here. So I kind of want to make this a people world, right? If this is a people world, it can cover this. And it can make this a robot world. And then we need some source of... We can get biomass down to there in theory eventually. Produce the extra point of food necessary to make this a people world. So we do have a way that we could do that. Do I have any asteroids that are functional for me right now? I don't. This one will help once we've done that. But what we're actually looking at there is like a really long process, like a really slow, long process. We're going to invent some technology in the interim, but none of it's going to help with this problem. Yeah, we're not going to get a tech. It's just like, hey, your money's good now. All right, well, let's hit end of year. So we're going to start with this, actually, because that accomplishes a goal. That gives us a task. None of our tasks produce money. And in fact, 2 of them are never going to happen. Realistically. Like, we're not... This is... Okay, so... That's pretty bad. Hooray! Plus $5 a year. It's only going to take 3 years to be able to produce that. The good news is I can start probing again. Okay, value neutral probe. Value neutral probe. Pretty heartbreaking, actually. Never mind. We can do that. That gets us some dollars. This will be good, too, once we can actually do it. So 13. You have all these technologies, but I can't use them for anything. How expensive? This project is $20. I think the way this is worded, I think we would get the 30% extra money on the integrated manufacturing. I believe that's the case. So yeah, unfortunately, I think we actually do just have to tap end year twice. I believe that is real. But again, we have won the mission already. I'm going to go ahead and grab this. Like, we do want this too, but I actually, like, I definitely can't afford to... I can't afford to institute quantum computing, and also I don't think there's a lot of value in doing so, even if we could. So we're going to grab this. We will use it eventually. If I discover one more planet, we will finish a mission here, but I don't think I care. So past shortages are falling off as current shortages are getting worse. This will just generate a little bit of money for us. I'm going to play the game very little over the course of the next the next little while here. Where else can we do a thing that would be useful? So we have 15 income right now. If I made this a food world... There's no way the minerals from here are ever getting there. But if I make this a biomass world and communicate the biomass to here, we fix resource shortages on 2 different worlds by doing that. Plus, there are 2 asteroids connected to this world. So, but biomass to food is more expensive than the other things. Well, you know what? Let's do this so that we finish our task, because we have the money to do that this year. Then I'm going to hit this button. Make this a food world. That's 20. We can make that happen, at the very least. Oh, sorry. What am I wasn't making... We don't have to even wait. We don't even have to do the year skip. Oh, I do because I do because I sent the probe, right? Well, it was probably right to do it. Probably. Then that's going to be 14, which we will get next year. Okay. So, also we have this. I mean... Biomass makes robots doesn't do anything for us. This is the only place we can get people. We have to figure out a way to get food. I'm thinking we just grab quantum computing. I mean, like, gravitic tugs is good. At this point, does it even help to have quantum computing? Yeah, it would be a star, actually. Even if we never build another lab, it would be a star. We're not going to build it right now. I mean, yeah, we're not going to build it right now. Okay, so... if we made this a people world... there's still no way to get minerals to this world, but it's the only unhappy world at that point. And I mean, we can just grab Slipstream Relay and do a bounce. I might even be able to pull that off before the end of the game, maybe. If I did this, what would be the cost of that? 14? I think what we want to do is pass the year and then try to set it up. I don't want to pay upkeep on this world until I have to. Alright, so now we're going to swing for some value positive probes. This is probably not going to be a good one. Okay, it was fine. What does this do for us? It gets me $18. Fine. That's acceptable. So I have to figure out a way to generate food over here. Robots plus biomass is not really doable. So it does have to be the robots from here. It's the only way. But also, that's not realistic. We could potentially... I guess once I have Slipstream Relays, we could just run food from here. It's going to be very expensive to do so, but it can happen. We're talking about a very long time from now, though. So where else can I do things? Where else can we do stuff of value? We can make this a people world. Water and food is pretty easy to get here. And then connect to that, see what that's about. We are about to hit an empire size bump, though, which is actually really bad for us in this position. I mean, we're quite desperate, right? Tailored evolution, 2 happiness and 20% trade income. So we would be able to do that on 2 different worlds. But the trade income of these 2 worlds is not high. Because they're both outputting 2 points of resources that are not getting paid for. So yeah, that doesn't seem very good. So yeah, for sure we're on Slipstream Relay. I don't know. It's bad, but also, what else am I gonna do? We could just sit around for a while and do nothing. That sounds like fun. I guess make this connection first so that we get the income from that connection. And test this. Just gain a raw 8 science is pretty fun. A free infraspace relay is also actually very good. It lets us do this thing, but we still want to get the other kind of relay. I think it's better for us to just take the 8 science. And then we're not that far off of this. Hold on. Oh, that's right. I saw something to start the year, so I gained information. I was going to say, we could go back and upgrade this lab before the year changeover. All right, that immediately generates a bunch more money, so that's good. There's no way for us to get robots here, which is a shame because would be really good. I mean, I guess there is. I guess we could set up a little triangle of resources here, and then that would... No, sorry, that doesn't let me get robots here because there's this damn planet in the way. So we're still 2 years off of having relays. What else do we want to do? I would love to get some goods for some of my worlds, but I don't really see how we're going to manage it. I do think I'm going to do this. That'll put us at 28 plus 8. Would it be possible for me to actually get access to Slipstream Relay next year? So we have this asteroid here. It's not too difficult for us to set up a functional world here. The real question is, could we make this world work? Because if we did, like, people, robots, food, and then we got biomass from somewhere, we can connect to this thing, and we can also blow up this asteroid for quite a bit of money. And if we make that connection, plus we buy that lab, then we will have enough science to get the Slipstream relays going next year. I mean, we wanted the money, but we can start working toward the money. Plus, you know, we can turn something into a mineral world or a forge world. Interesting. Neither one of those things is any good. Okay, so there's exactly one world that could provide food or biomass, and we can't actually utilize it. But we can use slip relays to get the biomass from here, I guess. That's something. I think I am just going to dismantle this. And then we're going to do the upgrade here. So 30 plus 8. And we're going to do, yeah, we're going to do this the way I said we were going to do it. So this is a food world. Connect. Robot world. At this point, we blow this up. Okay, we're on plus $12, which is not enough dollars. That's got us... Oh, right, it's not 8 science, it's 8 pages. How much do we need to gain? An additional 2? Oh, that's a bummer. Because we can gain an additional 1 from the technology, but we can't get... We'd have to get a point of water or a point of people here. We could set up another lab and another thing. I don't know if I care enough. The additional science is still good, though. We are We are trending slowly toward lose the game. That's a thing, I guess, to be concerned about. This could become a robots to goods world. We could pay out robots, pay out goods. Ah, can't pay out goods. That would be a terrible waste. So with $12 of income, we just passed the turn a bunch of times, passed the year a bunch of times, because like we have to get this relay up, right? That's pretty critical. Yeah, I think that is in fact the next thing that happens. Are we coming up on any tech that's actually super meaningful? No, not really. And we are never going to unlock any tech that's actually like good for us. This is a bad... Okay, hold on. So... Okay, this thing can work, just barely. There's no sense in setting it up this year, because we'll just be paying the upkeep on it, you know? Without actually getting any benefit. I'm assuming this is like very expensive. Yeah, 20 plus 6. Okay. I don't have a single asteroid anywhere, right? Nor do we have a probe that looks like it will probably result in money. This one might. It was actually hugely negative. Twice. Fun. All right. You win. Okay. Cool. So that's got us to plus 17. And we can gain an extra point of science, I guess. I don't know what else to do. And this will get us some happiness so we don't lose. Obviously, I have to wait until next year to use it. But we go ahead and do that. And it's a little bit of extra money. Wait. Can I not? Planet has to be successful. Well, whatever. It's a little bit of extra money. Okay, I kind of figured that would be a little expensive. We did it! We don't lose! And then the game's over. If we had 18 more dollars, we could even connect a thing. But we didn't lose. You can't argue that we lost. I did accomplish 3 tasks. 0 prosperous planets. This is one of the lowest winning scores you could probably have. As we collect the last trace of the data, we're getting reports of new rifts opening up in many other sectors. Oh, it's a 0. I got a 0. The phenomenon seems to radiate out from forebear space. There is no choice but to explore further. I have left myself with no options. Okay, let's do it again, shall we? I am very pleased with the fact that I managed to 5-star one of the categories and win the mission and only get 2 other stars, though. Okay. Vittori? They look worse this time. Quantum computing did not end up being a terribly important part of what we did there, so we don't have to take them. Like, it's a big deal, obviously, but it's not necessary. Teleporters, gene adjustment, brain-machine interface. I mean, this is more compelling. Oh, the Bakara geo-harvesting this time. That feels like a winner. The Dender don't have anything that's terribly exciting except Enlightenment, which, you know, I will admit, Enlightenment is fantastic. Really fantastic. But maybe it's like this? We have a weird set of techs here. Oh. You know, novelty traders is very powerful. But we do need to manage our money in the early game before we get to our expensive tier 1s. Novelty traders is really, really good, though. Being able to set up the two-way trade, and especially because, like, the Euphorians sometimes give you tasks that require you to raise the number of goods in the universe. They sometimes give you tasks that want to establish two-way trades. This facilitates both of those while also solving one of the biggest problems you're going to reliably have. This is maybe the move? I mean, let's give it a shot. I can do better. I can do better than the thing that I did. Okay, so let's try to do that, shall we? Sorry, I'm getting distracted because I got stuff up on the other screen. Yeah, this. Ooh, rough start. That's better. That's more compelling. Huh. Well? Let me get a little bit more information over here. Okay. Well. So obviously, this is pretty weird. We can do, if we settle this world, we can get chips from here. We can't ever use this world to produce goods. Well, not without some seriously weird stuff happening. I guess we do have access to extreme miniaturization, but we don't have a mine anywhere. And we could do, people make biomass, biomass makes food, right? And then we have a biomass world here and a world that can produce biomass there. And we could get an early biomass lab up and feed one of the rifts with that. So those are all considerations. It is a real bummer that this world cannot connect to this forebear ruin, but we'll probably find one that can later. If this affected mines on remnant planets, I would probably do people to minerals here and then minerals to chips. But I think we're just going to have to do it. Yeah, this is not like the best thing ever, but this sets up an initial income scheme that I think is pretty good. Let's not do the two-way trade just yet. Just in case. Mineral producing planet is successful. Okay, we're about to make a chip world. We can probably do this. So that stuff. We do our two-way trade. And then, yeah, just narrowly obstructed. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay, reasonable place to set up a new colony. So, what do we do now? Well, like I said, we could try to set up a biomass lab. I'm a little leery of setting up the lab too quickly. I think that's definitely something that contributed to the difficulty we were having last time. But also, getting a lab together quickly solves our money problems on this run because it gets us geo-harvesting. Now, obviously, the downside is that this is going to be a pretty weak lab. It is possible for this to be a goods-producing world. And we could even go so far as to just set that up so that we can deliver. But it does require me to make a guess as to whether we want it to be minerals or bots. We have a world right here that could do either. It's probably more sensible to do bots to goods. Right? Because there's lots of things you might use bots for up here. If I do that, we make this harsh line here. That is a little bit awkward. Because, like, there is a source of biomass over there. And, you know, it was possible for us to, like, build this lab like here in a position where it would feed off of this and that and that. But I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit overzealous. The thing is, if I accept that, I just make a little biomass lab over here, it's never going to be above 3 bulbs. 3 bulbs is enough to write 2 pages a year. And, you know, it'll get us to geo-harvesting. Maybe that's fine, actually. So we run into population problems too, though. Because I can't run a point of population to here, and a point of population to the lab, and a point of population to the outpost. So the population that feeds this would have to come from somewhere else. Could be this world. This world would consume the biomass. Shit. I need more information. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and commit this because I need more information. I need to know what else is over here so we know what is possible. Okay. And the answer ends up being, this is like a pretty fucking grim situation. I guess once we have geoharvesting, we can kill this. And then this can be the source of food for this world. Oh, wait. Doing this has made it impossible for me to run everything anyway. Okay, maybe we just we just ignore this. We give up on that idea. That can't happen, it turns out. So then how do we... How do we do anything over here? We still have to find a way to get biomass from somewhere. All right, I'm going to do something a little aggressive here. Okay, that's just get science, which is not bad. I think we're going to scoop out of this attempt. This is, like, unplayable. Nothing anywhere generates anything. Yeah, I did not play this optimally, for sure. But also, that was a very difficult setup. All right, one more time. Who do we want to take? Okay, you don't have the tech thing anymore. You do have wave augmentation and enlightenment and quantum sensors, though. So that is actually a pretty compelling set of technologies. The Aphorians have geoharvesting and some good stuff, including novelty traders, which I do probably want to have. The Dender have... Ooh. I actually really like disease eradication for the situation that we find ourselves in here, because we end up needing just a huge amount of population. Is this it? What if we didn't take them and we took, like... the Bakar have mass reactors, which is fantastic. Gravitic mining feels like a bummer to spend money on, though. Yeah, it might be this. Like, artifact trading plus careful observation? Prosperity's not nothing, but careful observation does save you some time. All right, let's try this. I got to get it together here. I mean, listen, we did win. We won one. Okay, good information. Let's just pull some groups. Are we starting on this side of the rift? We might be. Maybe, maybe. Oh no, I can't quite get these three signals together. Ah, man. Okay, these are really, really bad signals. This is a rough signal setup. Okay, so what we have here is definitely weird. We can set up a basic triangle here. We can get, yeah, I'm gonna start right here. So actually, do I want to start with that? Yeah, it's fine. Let's connect to this and see what's what. So get science, add trade league to your researchable technology list, or turn this into a tourist attraction. I mean, that's definitely compelling. I love get 6 science, but okay, we're just about to do this, so that's wonderful. We're just about to do this. Okay. 2 tasks. Get a remnant planet to successful. Increase the production of goods again. I think I'm going to take these. Population by 8 sounds like a lot, but it's 2 people worlds that do like kind of well. And we're in the market for that sort of thing. So we can just turn this into population makes dollars right now, and I think I'm going to. If we can send more population to it later, it will make more dollars. I don't know that that's a thing that will happen, but it can happen. Okay, it is not a thing that will happen. There's no way for it to happen. We will never be able to make a world have population on it anywhere near this thing ever again. Well, How do we proceed from here? I think I need to know a little bit more. So again, we need to get a lab up, and we need to do so relatively early. If we can just get geo-harvesting figured out, we're in like really good shape, right? Can't make food off of this world. Can't make food anywhere, really. Okay, that's helpful. So if we do... it doesn't quite work. Oh, actually, this world can be reached by that. I didn't realize it didn't look like it was going to make the distance. Okay, so we can just make this a people world at actually extremely low cost. Never mind. Extremely low, still too high cost. 19. So what I don't have is $3. And we're out of asteroids, so that's not changing. Okay. So we get a terraform. Do I want to open with this, I guess is a real question. I think the answer is maybe no. No. Information is too valuable. What am I talking about? Okay, that can be a goods world. And we can get water to it relatively easily. So that world could actually flip over. Which is obviously meaningful. Doing so continues to increase the population, which is obviously also pretty meaningful. Yeah, okay. Plus, this is just good income. And I haven't gained... The thing is, it feels like a terrible... Okay, hold on. Make this a world. Make this a world. Blow up this asteroid. Sequencing. There we go. That's way better. Sequencing, always important. So we need to get the last point of goods off of this world, and then we're set. And, you know, that feels pretty doable. So we could terraform something into an ocean or an Earth-like. Is it helpful to do so? I actually don't know. So I need chips to make this work. We can't actually make that world produce chips, though. The problem here is getting food. Of course, the primordial world is not near anything anywhere. Oh, interesting. That can reach there, huh? Well, we have biomass right next to it. We have a world that theoretically could be a food world, maybe. Everything's always got to be tricky, you know? Nothing can ever just be nice and simple. So we're still having a lot of problems generating food. We need a little bit of food for a world that we can develop enough to take this point of goods. And really, that'll level up both of these at the same time. So it's like extremely high value. This world, in theory, we can get... Like, we can't get the chips, and we can't... Yeah, this is just terrible. We could settle this world. I'm thinking we could geo-harvest that one at some point. So, like, maybe... We're not going to do any better over here. There are planets around this world that theoretically could produce the point of water, but we can't get any robots, so no, they actually can't. It would be very high value to do it. We just can't. Oh, it's frustrating. And we don't have any technologies coming up that are going to allow us to cheat this in any way. So pretty much anywhere we would want to produce food, we just have to have robots. It just has to, there have to be robots, and there's no way to produce robots. We can produce robots here, but we have no way of doing the actual production, and we never will. All right. This world can produce food. Once we have wave augmentation, eventually, that food can probably reach here. There's a question. We're going to have to blow up this world and that world to make that work. But it could work. It's going to require 31 points of science, and also it's going to be 100 years in the future, though. Can we do anything in the interim? Well, let me reveal these. Weird. Weird and actually quite bad for us. So I'm trying to figure out a way to set up a water lab down here. The biomass from this can end up being food. Or it can end up, yeah, the biomass from this can end up making food here, and then we can work with that. That leaves the water from here open. In addition, we have this water planet already. The point of people from making this a Gaia world could be provided by this world. We can do minerals to robots to water here. So that makes sort of a weird internal, or yeah, like this, obviously. So there's water, 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 and water. If we could set up a lab in like, how am I going to make that work though? I guess here is where we want to do it. No, this planet has to be able to provide population. How are we going to get it to actually be able to provide science to the rift, though? That's the challenging question. The answer is we're not going to be able to do this. Okay, if instead of doing the robots to water thing here, my plan is actually to just blow this planet up and use water from the others, things are simplified considerably, so I think that should probably be the move. We can kind of set it up right now. We can start setting it up right now, but it's going to be expensive. I think I'm just going to collapse this. All right. So I want to be in a position where I can just do this right now. We're probably going to have to blow up a lot of planets around here. Yep. Okay. Sorry, hold on. Wait. Yeah, like this. Okay. The thing is, nothing is more important than the bulbs, right? Basically the only thing in the universe that matters right now. So I don't have anything I can destroy for cash. I think we just pass. Water. Water. And then we kind of just have to survive for a little while. Because once we have the income from geo-harvesting, everything gets so much smoother. So, I mean, I do want to do this. Water. Okay. So this isn't too bad. We want to eventually make this a people world and have it run these. And then after we've blown this up, we can try to set up the outpost. And if it doesn't quite work, it will work after we have wave augmentation. So I'm not too worried about it. We won't quite be there next year. We're going to be 2 science short. No, 3 science short. So we're going to have to make it a little bit of time here. The thing is, I could just press the colony buttons now. Yeah, I should probably do this because it's actually a significant gain in money to have these 2 outputs going versus the extra upkeep that we're paying for this. Yeah. Okay. This is a food world. So this will supply the food for that. And then where will we get the chips? Fucking, I don't know. Maybe we won't. That might be the case. I think we just pass. I don't think I can do anything else right now. And next year's going to be kind of uneventful as well. We can start setting these up. Right? Because this is value positive, I think. Well, I mean, extremely value positive now that it did that. I was not even thinking about that, but that's a really good point. Okay, so now we're destroying planets for money, and all of a sudden, everything's great forever. So, first question. Okay, we don't need additional technology to do this. We should do this now. We should get the page income, because things are grim. Things are grim on the win the game front. Okay. What else? What else? What else? We need... I mean, I can go ahead and set this part up right now. So let's export the point of people. Turn the biomass into food. Export the food. That's all income gains. This part doesn't work yet, but it will. We need to know about everything else that's down here. I was really hoping for a remnant world, if I'm honest. Well, we can get wave augmentation next year. Where's a world I don't want? Here, let's get rid of that. Send out one more probe over here. Okay, not hugely meaningful. There is potentially a way to get chips out of this world, maybe. That's where we're at right now. A lot of potential and maybe. This hasn't helped with this problem yet, but it will. Once this world has its food, we can do a whole thing. So I guess actually, I know I'm going to destroy this. May as well do that now. So next year we can make that happen. I'm going to get some more information, I guess. Okay. Kind of not super great. Let's invent this, because we do need it. There's that. Get a people world to prosperous, invent 2 techs. Those are both things that are totally going to happen. So I guess I do want to preserve the ability to run a point of population to here so that this world can flip over, so that this world could potentially become prosperous at some point. In fact, flipping this would make this prosperous immediately. If we could only get some fucking chips to this world. Yeah, so we definitely don't want to run this water down here. When this flips, it will provide the water itself. That's actually pretty cool. Pretty sure the next thing we're grabbing is gene adjustment. And I do feel like we need to construct another laboratory, like, pretty soon. I don't know where or how, but pretty soon. Okay, so a thing that does jump out at me is that we have here a bunch of planets that can produce minerals, all kind of nearby, and actually a lab producing minerals from the junction of these planets could feed 3 different rifts quite easily. That could be a lot of pages. So how do we hook that up? How do we actually make that work? Well, so this world can provide the minerals from this planet. This world could provide the minerals from this planet quite easily, But if I have this world be the one that sets up Moss 1, obviously we run into trouble pretty quickly. Is this out of range? No. Okay. Let me blow this up. Make this a food world. I need to blow up another thing. Yeah. So that's very good, obviously. Then we make this a mineral world, run the population to here. We could just blow these two up if they're in the way, which I think is fine. I still don't know how we're going to get population for that one, though. The answer is it's actually pretty hard. Well, actually, is this... This might work with the extra slipway range? Sorry, my hair is all over the place. I'm trying to pin it back behind my headphones here. Does this reach? That does reach. Okay, because this obviously is like free. So we make this a mineral world. We blow this up because it's in the way. We set up a lab. We blow this up because it's in the way. We set up a lab. So I need to... All right, let's experiment with this positioning a little bit. Okay, that can feed... There's no spot along the edge of this rift that works with this lab position and that point of population. And then probably there's no way for us to get... This is just not going to work. Yeah, we just can't feed this rift from it. Not without there being a people world over here somewhere. Okay, so let's try to find a position that does allow us to do people to this rift. Okay, there's no place along there that we could get... I mean, that wouldn't work for a bunch of reasons, but I was hopeful. This is going to be a pretty decent lab, too. So, okay, let me... Actually, a better way to do this might be to set this up first. Might just be impossible. Well... Okay. If we can only get the one extra outpost out of it, it's not... Oh, that's not the right button. It's not like the end of the world? That is absolutely as far out as that will go. I was trying to like dial it in as much as possible here. Oh, it's really close. Oh. Oh, it totally works. Okay. So I had to blow this up, and then we got to actually connect all this shit right now. Six is a magic number, as we have learned. All right, with the right shielding, etc. Blow up another planet. Okay. With some care and a great expenditure of energy, we think the rifts can be crossed. If we need it in the future, an experimental design for a rift bridge is available. 9 years. That's a win. Okay, cool. I think we are going to go ahead and grab gene adjustment. I'm pretty sure I was right about that. I think we also want enlightenment. We have some planets over here where the enlightenment is going to be necessary. Then we can finish this. So how are we going to do it, though? I think I'm just going to do this in hope. Okay, so that finishes that other task. Get a remnant planet to prosperous. Sounds tricky. Are we at 4 tasks? No, we're at 6. Okay, so we don't have to do anything else. That rules. We only managed to lock in... Oh, we were just a tiny bit short of a 3rd star here. But this is already a better victory, right? Okay, so a lot of this is about the reward at this point. I mean, honestly, two-way trade's not that hard with this setup. I'm going to take these. So this is the remnant planet that's closest to prosperous. It actually only needs 1 import or export. So... However, it has quite a difficult export. I mean, basically, this has to be a people world. That's the only way that can work. However, that probably can work. Let's reveal some more stuff over here. Plus, you know, just like flipping worlds to prosperous is obviously good. So this world needs an import and an export. That's never going to happen. Or 2 imports, but neither one of those things can occur. I'm also just like looking at our total number of prosperous worlds in case it was not clear why I was doing this. It still would be really great to be able to get robots over here because a source of water feeding that would put us in really good shape. Right, I don't have any money. That's a problem. Okay, stay focused. Stay focused. All right. This probably actually can't... It doesn't people world very well, does it? We might be able to do some shenanigans and make food happen, but there's no way to get minerals to this world. That world is much too far out. And there's no other worlds that can do an import or export anywhere. Shit, it's so close. I mean, I could just make this a people world, connect it, send the point of people over, and just let this be terrible forever. It gets me a discount on some technologies that I'm probably not that actually likely to buy. Yeah, maybe we just don't even worry about that. I don't think I care about that much. Okay, yeah, cool. So... one more page gets us a star. Right, this lab has to get to 4 to increase either of those, which cannot happen. This has to get to 10 to increase that, so we would have to build another station. I need dollars. Is there a position? Yes, there is a position where this can, in fact, support another one of those. And it would, in fact, be 2 stars to set that up because it is three pages. So, can I make this work? Can I make this a people world? It's of a planet type that often can become a people world pretty easily. Does Genesis cells help us much? Makes this produce biomass. Makes this produce a lot of stuff. Makes this produce biomass. I think the answer is no, it doesn't do anything at all, in fact. Ooh. Okay, hold on. We just found an answer to something. I think we should pursue it. two-way trade. Okay, cool. So what am I waiting for here? Hyperdrive, maybe? We actually have enough science income that we could make real use of the hyperdrive. And if we had it... Does that enable us to do anything weird? We could probably hyperdrive minerals to this world. Then it's just a matter of generating food here, which is still tricky, but it's probably more doable. Still kind of seems undoable. It's probably hyperdrive. That's probably right. Okay, where else can we set up some two-way trades? Where else do we have that capability? I do still want to get this done too, but this is low priority. This could happen at the last moment and it would still be fine. There's nowhere around here to do like a people for water two-way. Yeah, the thing we get for that is $80, and it does kind of matter. Aside from that, it's just continue to make things prosperous, right? If we could get food to this world, there's a people for water trade here that's obviously pretty good. Okay. Yeah, all right, I see something. So we blow this up. We make this a water world. We send water to here. And then we make this a people world. Do a two-way trade for water. Oh, I thought that was going to produce another point of food when it... My plan was to send food to the... Problematic. Well, there's a source of food, kind of. Here's a question. Does this work without the... It does work without the range increase. Definitely interesting. Is there any place else where hyperdrive's like immediately critically important? I think the answer is no. It does look like the answer is no. Okay, can't hyperdrive that. If we did pick up Genesis cells and we got stable jumps, we could potentially make the water get over here, and then obviously that's helpful for a bunch of reasons. Oh. This world's remarkably close to being prosperous, actually. Here's a question. Oh, you can't hyperdrive over a rift. Interesting. I just sort of assumed that would work, because, you know, hyperdrive. It's cheating. What's the point of a cheat that doesn't maximally cheat? Well, I gotta be honest with you, this has gotten more complicated. Okay, That's where it becomes out of range. Oh, heartbreaking. Yeah, So if this is a food world, it needs robots from somewhere. I don't know. We might just not be able to solve this problem. I might have created an issue. I did get a two-way trade out of it, though. I really don't see anywhere else that we can do two-way trades, really. Need a little bit more information. So if this is made into a water world with the robots... Okay, actually, there's a whole complicated thing over here that I do want to set up. So... we want to go people to minerals. Minerals, hyperdrive over to here. Robots to water. And the thing that's cool about this is that it creates the conditions for the thing over here that's worth 2 stars. And it creates the conditions for it to be stable, even, which is nice. Wait, that's not the thing. This is the thing. This world ends up not being super meaningful, but like I probably have a world that's actually useless. Yeah. Why not blow up worlds that actually do nothing, right? Okay. The rifts are growing. For now, this is imperceptibly slow, but the process might accelerate in the future. So... one more of those would be another star. There's nowhere that we can do it, but... yeah, this lab can't service another one. Okay. I think we probably capped out the stars we're earning on this. We can still push up on happiness. We can still push up on prosperous worlds. I do think I'm saving up for stable jumps. There's some stuff we can do once we have stable jumps that's pretty useful. This is too far. No, it's not too far. Interesting. It probably isn't worth doing, but I guess it's an option. This is definitely too far. That'll probably be too far even once we have stable jumps. Also, this is just like good, just reasonable trade value the whole way up. So this planet would need a huge number of neighbors to flip. All of this stuff up here is terrible. Like really bad. So it's very hard for me to get any movement up here. So probably all of our prosperous stuff is going to be down in this area. Gosh, I am just like, I'm so desperate for more population in this region. I really wish I had had time to grab disease eradication. I think I did the right thing by not grabbing it, but it sucks. It sucks that that's how that had to go down. Okay. So, robots here makes food there. And that's almost really good and clean, except for the fact that like what we would want to do is go people to food here. Or food to people here. People to robots there. But then we want to run the food across, which we obviously can't do. And there is no way that any of that is going to stand up to a hyperdrive jump. That's just way too far. Neither of the parts of the cross are going to be able to make the distance. I mean, this is the only place that the food can come from. Literally the only place. So the question is, do I care enough And honestly, I don't know. I'm going to do this. Care about that. So this needs one more neighbor and one more import or export. One more neighbor to flip, I mean. What's going on over here? Is there a source of water? Well, no, not really. And it's not really going to be easy to get you trade with anybody else in the area. That hyperdrive jump over the rift would have been really useful. So it's really hard to get this to flip. I think I'm just going to buy, sorry, I'm going to blow something up and then I'm going to buy that. So this also just it needs a little help from its neighbors, which it cannot probably get. We don't have cultural exchange or anything like that here, do we? No. Ah, cultural exchange does exist. I went past it. Because, like, that solves the problem for both of those worlds? Well, no, this world... Yeah. It would solve the problem for... That's two prosperouses right there that we just don't ever get to have. So, like, there's definitely a question as to whether it's worth it to make this a people world. Does it actually do enough for us? Does this need... That might work. Yeah, actually. So actually, yes. I think the answer is yes, it is worthwhile. I need to blow something up. Sorry. So we don't have stable jumps yet. But we can start doing setup work. Remnant world over here somewhere? No? That would have made my life a lot easier. So there are 2 potential sources of robots. 3. I guess, yeah, knowing what these are might actually be... Oh, interesting. So minerals, robots, food. We have a question about whether... Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. 2-way trade. Hooray. Oh, I'm still a tiny bit short. Okay, that's fine. I have stuff I can do while we wait for the science to accumulate. Let's blow that up. Okay, and this totally will work once we have stable jumps. So that'll allow this world to flip. This world will also be able to... Maybe. We might be able to get that world to flip too. Maybe. This world's doing remarkably well. So I think I do want to blow up another useless world somewhere. Do we have any actual dead worlds? That's an Arctic. Okay. Technically, no. Yes, we have this. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this off as well. That doesn't really do anything for me in the moment. But this will flip over when it spends its extra point of population. This is a non-world. This is a not world. This world, due to its position, is a not world. We buy stable jumps. We start doing a bunch of wild jumping. Okay, so... That's pretty good. Then we do this one, which flips 2 worlds. It's good happiness. Then we look around for more places where we can do a useful thing. Does this reach? It does. I guess, is that even valuable, though? Because we're never going to be able to flip that the rest of the way. Probably not. Okay. This world still needs 1 more import or export. Can we, with our new stable jumps, make that occur? If this world could produce one more point of population, yes, trivially. I guess this could be a water world. I wasn't really thinking about that, but that could be the case. I feel very silly for not having thought about that. Well, we would get the two-way trade if we could make this work as a people world. We can't, though. Fairly sure. Two-way trade plus mission completion plus a prosperous plus mission completion. I mean, it definitely feels valuable, right? Turning this successful buys us another point of population, which we can't really... I mean, that makes this successful. But it doesn't get any of them prosperous, or even close to prosperous. Oh. I mean, that should probably be done, right? That's just money. That's just free money. It does feel like we're kind of at an end here. We can almost make this world able to flip, actually. Very nearly. This world needs one more. Oh, so flipping this world's actually worthwhile. Okay, so we'll get Genesis cells. We'll Genesis cells this world, send the water to here. And then that'll make this world prosperous. And that's obviously extremely good. This world needs an import and an export. There's an arid world right there. If we could just get food. We can. Actually, for this one we can. Well, fuck it. That seems like a fine thing to use our time on. Oh, right. That also got me that, which is cool. Yeah. So does this reach? No. Close. Close. Ah, but now it's trivial to do this. What am I doing? Do this first. Because what if the Ephorians want us to do another... Okay. They're not going to give us anything that matters. We can't do any of this stuff. We might do this, but it wouldn't matter if we did, so fuck it. So... We're still doing pretty badly on happiness. That helps, obviously. This world can be flipped with money, so we should do that. That's a little bit of happiness that we don't even really have to pay for. Sorry, that doesn't generate happiness. It generates one happiness and also one unemployment. This doesn't work. Okay, so we just got to keep boosting happiness wherever we can. And also, you know, prosperous worlds. We'll do that. So... Oh, Genesis cells. Right. This is the thing I need to do. Produce water here. Send the water there. That makes a world prosperous. Cool. And then... If I buy that, that flips a couple of worlds. We get to 112. 110 is a threshold, right? Yeah, so that was good. Can we make another world prosperous? If we can do one more, that's a star. So this world is on 5 inputs/outputs and has enough friendly neighbors. How would I connect this? How would I connect this to something that can... I don't think I can. We can't actually send a population. We can't actually get rid of anything. All of the people worlds around it have really maxed out. Flipping worlds nearby doesn't do anything. It actually needs to put in people or put out biomass. Well, I guess the answer is it can put out biomass, totally trivially. we can build an empty lab. Yeah, we're definitely not using this at this point. So we just build an empty lab because flipping planets is good. Okay. Once again, if we could do the culture thing, that's a pair of prosperous worlds right there. Not this one. This one would become prosperous. This one still needs another neighbor. Can we make 2 more prosperous worlds happen? This world needs 1 neighbor and 1 export. Does this reach? No. That would have done it right there. That would have been pretty cool. We're going to get science in 1 more time. We're going to have 24 bulbs. That's not enough to do anything. Okay, that's true. It does only need 1 output. And then I need to connect 1 more world to it that will actually flip. We can never generate this point of water. If I had enough resources for slip relay, we could, bounce a point of population across here and that would totally work. But we can't. The thing is, this actually could become successful. Yeah, we can do that. We can make that work. Let's blow this up for money. Make this connection happen because there is actually a use for it now. Blow this up for money. Connect you here. And then we can just, once again, lab dump this resource. And in fact, we can lab dump this point of population too if we want to. At the end, it'll give us a point of happiness. We'll see if that ends up being worth it. You are never going to have a 3rd good neighbor, unfortunately. Well, this doesn't work, does it? No, that's out of range. Yeah, that's never going to happen. So we need 1 more. If we can flip 1 more planet prosperous, it would be pretty cool, though. This planet needs... Okay, it can get an extra export trivially by just dropping biomass out here. This has got to be out of range, yes. Damn. If we could have dropped the point of population here, then we would have been able to drop the point of minerals or water out as well. This needs... Oh, this would be so fucking good. Yeah, nothing we're going to be able to do about that. This needs a neighbor to flip, which can't... yeah, a trade neighbor to flip, which can't happen. Ever, sadly. Where else are we close? This one would need 2 imports or exports, which we can actually do. Right? Because I could just make this... I could just press the button on this world. Let it suffer for not having a robot. But, right, you need 2 and you already have all your successful neighbors? Yeah, fuck it. Okay. 9 prosperous worlds. And that means we've nearly maxed all the stars we can. We're not going to be able to do this, so the only thing we could do is to, like, try to gain 6 happiness. How many more planets can I flip? We could deliver this, but without being able to get water to there, it doesn't matter. We could... we can't deliver this anywhere. Buying off the goods for this thing doesn't actually do anything. We could increase the happiness level of this world by doing a remnant trade here and then hyper jumping between those 2 worlds. But it would level this world up and also gain it a point of population, so it's pretty poor value actually. There's actually not that many places left that we can turn a world over even. Like I said, this one's never going to get to flip. This one needs too much. It could output one more, but that wouldn't actually do anything. You can't reach either of those. Okay, if that was a world that could produce water, we could potentially have done water for this thing, and then that would have been happiness. Getting this another point of population would be cool, but is not possible. Yeah, I don't know that we can actually... If I buy this... No, if we buy off the goods need here, it doesn't do anything. Because again, it's going to be that +1, -1 thing. We can't spend the point of population. Yeah. Okay. I think we're just out of luck. Like, flipping 2 worlds to prosperous or something would probably do it, but I don't think we can. So, you know, an 18's like pretty respectable. Yeah, I'm just gonna tap out. All right, that's, I feel like, a more real score. 18's fine. Okay, I think that is where we call it right there for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. When y'all come back next time, tomorrow, hoping to have one more episode out this week. I guess we're moving on to the next mission and probably only beating it once. That would be my guess. And we'll see you then.